All right, I didn't have the storage space I thought I had because I forgot that once you delete them, they go into another file. Oh, need some balls. Another file that's deleted files or whatever, deleted pictures, and you have to delete them a second time to actually gain the storage space. I forgot to do that. So my camera just shut off on me, but it should be good now. Hit some more 7-irons. Like I've been talking about, I'm not really focused on ball flights or ball striking right now, just kind of trying to ingrain some feels at the moment. That felt good, but I didn't do much besides swing at the ball. I've been really trying to exaggerate feels, but a lot of times your ball striking suffers, and that's why I don't tinker so much when I'm on, during the season. It's more for the off season that I work on the swing more. Felt good. Just working on the old square root of open, getting my hips open, getting the club. The club is open, it's going right. So, getting the club shallowed, which basically in to out to the right, and getting the hips cleared. Because if you just do one, if you just shallow, you're way too shallow, you're going to hit big pushes and hooks. If you just get open, you're going to come over the top and hit slices and pulls. So they basically counteract each other. You get shallow, you get open. If I get shallow and I get open, the club just comes right into the ball square. Shallow, open, boom. Definitely some new feels. Ah, hit it good. I just pulled it. Shallow and open. And I'm working on my setup a little bit. A lot of awkward feels at the moment. Felt pretty good. It was a touch toe ball. I mean, you can see most of those shots are pretty flush. That last one was just pushing toe side, which I don't mind. That's usually my little bit of a miss as a toe side. I prefer a little bit of a toe miss. Tommy Fleetwood actually hits a lot of, like all of his shots off the toe, or Fred Couples has been known to make wear marks off the grooves on his wedges. Really exaggerated here. Flush as can be. Felt good. I think I've explained my feels, but I'll explain them again. Right now what I'm working on is getting my hips to feel like, we're looking at the front grip here. As I'm starting the downswing and starting to rotate them open, that grip stays pointed more downwards rather than letting them spin up and out. And I feel like they're down. That, trying to get that nice and cleared right there, and trying to shallow the club a little bit more. Another thing I've been working on a lot, not so much right now, is tempo. Just kind of taking the club a little exaggeratedly slow back, and a little bit more hand depth, meaning basically swinging a little bit flatter rather than steeper. And naturally, I want to set up, somewhere a little bit around duck-footed, which is good. I'm trying to actually get my front foot a little bit more more flared out than normal. So there's a good handful of things I'm trying to ingrain just to become second nature. That was a little picked clean. Not thin, but picked clean. You can see it was right over the other ones. That might have been just a haired fat. I mean, it would have been perfectly fine off of a mat. Wouldn't have done anything different. But on some soggy grass, probably would have come up just a little short. Same shot. Out the middle, just, that one was worse, actually. That was definitely picked a little clean, but there's a little bit of that thin heel, which these swing feels definitely are making me want to do. You can see definitely kind of thin heeled it down here. One of them was a little more toe-y a few swings ago, I said. I think I showed that, but that one was a little thin and necky. Don't be afraid to hit it bad if you're exaggerating. You know, sometimes you're focused on ball striking, sometimes you're focused on body movements. They're not always going to align. But sometimes they do, like right there. That was as flush as can be. That was nutted. That was all right. Not bad. Little tiny bit, just like that other toe ball. It's basically over that other toe ball. Just a little, it's a little toe-y. But people talk about the modern blade like you have to hit it exactly the same every time, and that's simply not true. You can hit it a little toe-y, a little heely, and it's just fine. You know, it's not as forgiving as something like an AP2, which are very forgiving, actually. I've tried those. Those are great for, you know, if you're a fairly athletic, you know, young male getting into the game, that's a great iron, but it's also a great iron for, you know, a scratch player because they basically have all the forgiveness in the world, but they also look great. Thinking about, I wish they made it in a 2-iron. I would love an AP2 2-iron, but I might get a 3-iron, replace my 3-iron with an AP2 or something like that. All right, let's fix my stance. Really exaggerate here. Oh, that ball feels so soft. It's insane because it's called hammer distance by top. It's a top flight, and it's as soft of a ball as I've ever hit. That was healed. That was healed. Not thin heel, but it was pretty pure. But that's what I was talking about. I healed that a little. And these ones were toed. Those would have been just the same as those centered strikes. The modern blade, here, I'm going to clean these. Or actually, let's hit a new club. I'm going to hit some 5 woods. Don't always carry this club. This old 5 wood goes in and out of the bag with my 1-iron. Honestly, the 1-iron gets more play than the 5 wood. 1-iron's a little longer than the 5 wood, and I find it to be a lot more accurate. It's great for, you know, tight par 4s, into the wind, elevated tee boxes, or, you know, if I need to get it under branches and advance the